just jumped off the porch. Now I need a Porsche. Hey, I like fast cars, bitch. I like NASCAR. Hey.
What's up, guys? Welcome back to another episode of your Left Turn Review. This is Fresh Racing here. We had a interesting weekend at Texas Motor Speedway. They repaved the track, and it just led to everybody, fucking just losing their minds, not knowing how to drive the track at all. And also the repave led to, there was no rubber down on the track at all, so everybody was sliding around during practice, both Xfinity and Monster. But let's get right into it. The Xfinity series, it was okay. There was we immediately had some cautions. One caution, I think, or not. There was two cautions. The first stage, Daniel Hemrick hit the wall, lap 15. There was not much else to say about that. I remember Eric Jones won that stage, but it was weird. The red flag came out, and then they just didn't really say anything about it for 30 minutes. I'm like, why am I watching commercials right now? What the fuck is going on? But Casey Mears, I think something happened with his gears or whatever, and there was gear oil all over the track, so they had to clean up that with Speedy Dry or whatever. And it just, I don't know. I was just sitting there like, what the fuck is going on? But finally I figured it out, and I was like, oh, okay, they had to clean up the track. This was Suarez. He was driving hard. He went up to the front and got the lead, and then ended up hitting the wall, and I guess he fell back and he spun out. Yeah, I have a clip of it. Here it is.
All right, how tough is this racetrack? The leader just ran into the wall, just lost grip on the exit. You think he was pushing off there?
He was definitely sliding, and what happened is he hit it with the tail first and then into the right front. That's the type of damage in these cars that will get you in a lot of trouble.
And Matt, we talk about problems on the restarts.
Oh, this isn't going to end good.
421. Hold your brake right here. Hold your brake.
Oh, nice job by the field missing him. Wow, this track is...
Of course, that brings out the caution, and then a couple laps later, this happens.
And in the middle comes Bubba Wallace. The track's just too slick, it won't hold the grip. He spins here in front of the field. Lots of contact, all pretty light. A lot of guys very fortunate.
So yeah, you saw Tyler Reddick there in the 42 just get into Bubba a little bit and spin him out and take out a couple other cars. It basically just ruined Brendan Poole's day, for the damage, and he had to go. He missed the 5-minute clock or whatever and had to go in. But yeah. Then Garrett Smith calls another caution a couple laps later, and William Byron ended up winning that stage. So yeah, and then we got down to, it was basically 100 laps to go, and nothing really happened after that. Logano went down a cylinder, and had to go to the garage, and he was done. There was 9 drivers on the lead lap at the end of it, and Jones, he basically just dominated the last of it. I think he ended up he had the best pit stop or something like that, ended up taking 2 tires, some shit like that. But yeah, he led the last 30 laps and won it, and Blaney came in second, Harvick third. And I thought this was funny. Bubba came in 6th for the 5th time, and that's one of the longest streaks or something in the Xfinity series. I thought that was kind of cool. But yeah, it was an okay Xfinity race. So let's get into the Monster Energy series, which I wasn't used to it being. I think normally it's at night at the first of the race, but I think they changed it and made this Texas day race whatever at the beginning of the year. Which in my opinion, I loved the Texas night race. It was always something I looked forward to. But a lot of people like the day race too. If it's their schedule better or whatever But anyway, yeah, it probably didn't affect it that much. Maybe it might have made the track a little bit hotter, or less hot, obviously, if it was nighttime. But yeah, it didn't really have too much an effect as far as the actual race. But the practice, because it was a repave, and there was, like I said earlier, there was no rubber on the track. Everybody was sliding around during practice, and just here, I'll show you why. So yeah, obviously the repave caused, numerous people to spin out. But once the Xfinity race happened and, some rubber was actually laid down, they also used the trucks that they used in Kentucky to, they have like tires that spin backwards or some shit, and I don't know, just Google that shit. You'll know what I'm talking about. But yeah, let's get into the race. I mean, shit, I don't really have much to talk about for this race other than Ryan Blaney. I mean, wow, he fucking dominated. He won the first 2 stages, and I mean, he was kicking ass. I mean, I love seeing him up there, somebody that's fucking a rookie basically, and just dominating the fucking race. And then he ends up. I think he got a bad pit stop or something like that. Well, oh yeah, he ends up getting behind Corey LaJoie, I think, the guy who's notorious for wrecking every race. But he ends up getting behind him and. LaJoie gets in the way, and then Blaney comes back and ends up tapping him in the side while he's in the lead, and it's fucking badass. I loved Ryan Blaney. Now I'm officially a Ryan Blaney fan after this race. I mean, just check this shit out.
Oh yeah. Oh man, I think he may just gave 83 a little body shot.
Yeah, I think he wanted to let Corey LaJoie just now.
No, he had the lane on the outside, but LaJoie slipped up in front of him.
Bad when a young guy complains about another young guy. Tell that young guy to get out of my way.
And then watch Blaney not happy with Corey LaJoie.
Bam.
It was a little body slam.
So yeah, Blaney gave him a little body slam, as Jeff Gordon put it. But yeah, he ended up not winning the race, unfortunately. I knew it was going to happen. It was too good to be true. There was, like I said, there was a bad pit stop or something happened, or penalty. I don't even remember, to be honest, but because I was pissed off at the point where, it was 35 to go, and it was just Jimmy Johnson and Logano up there. And I don't know. There's not really much I can talk about in this race. I don't really have much notes here. The restarts were really the only thing that were interesting as far as good racing. The rest of it was just sitting there watching the same cars out front until there was a caution. I was just basically waiting for the next caution every point in the race. Junior was finally running well. I mean, I know there's a lot of junior fans out there, me included. I'm a junior fan, but I'm glad to see him finally getting back up there. I just didn't want to see the same thing happen to him that happened to Tony Stewart when that whole accident happened and he broke his legs and all that, and Tony was just not the same after everything happened, and I didn't want to see that happen to Junior, so I'm hoping that he's going to continue to run well. So yeah, Jimmy Johnson won it. Kyle Larson ended up second, another second place finish for him, and Joey Logano got third. Yeah, I have a quick clip, I think, of Jimmy Johnson winning it.
Larson is 0.8 of a second back. Closing. He was a 10th faster than Johnson that last lap, but he's going to run out of time. Jimmy Johnson last in victory lane at Homestead. Jimmy Johnson, Lowe's, Hendrick Motorsports, and Chevrolet win in Texas. They beat Kyle Larson by 0.4 of a second.
So yeah, Jimmy Johnson got his 7th win at Texas. I literally, before I even turned into the race, I had a feeling he was going to win. But yeah, next weekend, or not next weekend, excuse me, it'll be the weekend after, because this weekend's Easter, is Bristol, and I'm really excited for that. I'm hoping that it's going to be a badass race. Maybe I can have some more shit to talk about, like I did with Martinsville, because that was a good race, and hopefully we see some more good short track racing 2 weeks from now. But yeah, this will be it for this video. I think I might do a video next weekend. It might, of course, obviously it's not over a race because there isn't one, but I'm thinking about just doing a quick video over something I've been wanting to talk about for a while. Just something that's been on my mind about NASCAR. I don't know. I might do it. I might not. I'll let you know. Just follow me on Twitter at Fresh Racing. So yeah, that leaves it at this video. I will see you guys maybe next weekend, if not 2 weekends from now with Bristol. Peace.